Welcome to the Mighty Outdoors. This is day 4 of my amazing, epic, solo, bikepacking, pilgrimage, bicycle tour around the island of Shikoku. After 2 days, battling it out with these incredibly big mountains and a very, very, very heavy bicycle. Today's looking a lot flatter, which is great. So I'm looking forward to putting some serious distance into this trip. So let's not muck about. Let's pack up the tent. Let's jump on the bike and let's hop to it.
Get off the couch. Ditch all the chores. Let's go for an adventure in the mighty outdoors.
So this is just to show you what a Michi no Eki looks like during the daytime. Toilet block over here. These little huts. That one's Casa della Mighty. There was probably about 5 or 6 people staying here last night, but I'm the only one left, which makes me think that I better get a move on. The people, it's really interesting. Those doing the pilgrimage by foot, they leave early. One guy left at 4 AM. It's 6 AM now, which makes me look like a slacker. And Mighty ain't no slacker. Let's hop to it. As a poignant reminder that this is a real adventure in the mighty outdoors. Not everything goes to plan. I made a rookie mistake last night. I washed both of my sets of cycling gear, so now I've got 2 clean sets, but they're both wet. Can't do all that much about it. I stuffed one of the pairs of shorts with some paper to try and dry it out. It's helped a little bit. It's not great. I'm going to have to just deal with it. However, necessity being the mother of invention gives me an idea. So it might not be aerodynamic, but it's air dried and aerodramatic. Do you like that? Aerodramatic. I made that one up myself. It's alright, I'm a dad. I've got a license to tell crap jokes. Oh yeah, bring on the flat roads. Bring them on. Surfs up Shikoku. Kilometers from the southeastern tip of Shikoku, and for the first time in the last couple of days the sun's got a bit of bite to it, so I'm going to get some sunscreen on. I'm going to put my Taiwan King of the Mountain headscarf over my head to stop my scalp burning, and then I'll push on. I've got about 50 kilometers until we get to that southern tip. Alright, this is important. I'm leaving Tokushima Prefecture and I'm about to enter Kochi Prefecture. Alright, alright. When you're doing the pilgrimage route, if you get lost, just remember to refer to your GPS. You know, GPS. Domo! It's the global pilgrim positioning system. If you're not sure where you're going, you see some wonderful people. Ohayou gozaimasu! Domo domo! Ganbatte! Thank you! If you see some wonderful pilgrims out on their way, it means you're going in the right direction. It's as easy as that. It's a beautiful day in Shikoku as I make my way down towards Muroto, which is further down the cape, probably about 20 kilometers away. And I'm here at this sacred rock, sacred to the Shinto faith, has been bound together. It's day 4 now. Day 1 was a piece of cake. It was only a couple of hours on the bike and I did 10 temples. Day 2 was really hard. The climbs and the fact that I went the wrong way and all that sort of stuff really threw me a curveball. Day 3 yesterday, with those massive climbs up to the top of those 2 mountains, you know, I did it the hard way. I made the choice to do it the hard way, and boy oh boy was it hard. You know, sometimes it can all get a bit much. I shouldn't be complaining. I mean, look at it. I mean, it's fantastic, right? But I guess the takeaway when it comes to mental health and the likes of that, I guess, is that there are some times where, you know, it helps to take stock of where you're at, consider things from another point of view. You know, and now today I've got this beautiful day. It's gold. It's a serious challenge. It really is. Hope you're enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it more than what I was yesterday and the day before, but I'm definitely enjoying it. Okay, let's keep rocking. Rightio, so I've ridden 75 beautiful kilometers down the east coast of Shikoku, and I've arrived at the southeastern tip, the place called Muroto. Anyway, it's gorgeous as you can see, and I also want to say that I'm going to paint this. This aero dry method has worked a charm. Everything is totally dry. I am good for tomorrow. Very happy with that. So as I said before, it's not aerodynamic, but it's aerodramatic. Hotsumiyaki Temple. Up there. Of course it's up there. So I arrived at the 24th temple. It's perched high up on the cape, and here is a plaque commemorating Nelson Mandela. Okay, all in the pursuit of world peace. And this one's Mother Teresa. This plaque is to Martin Luther King Jr. And here is the Dalai Lama, Pope John Paul II. And that now brings us to the temple itself. Wow, look at this. There's Kukai, Kobodaishi. Wow. 24. The attendant told me that 27 is a bit steep. There's always something to look forward to. Anyway, I'm off to temple number 25 now, which isn't very far up the road. Eh? いいですか？
はい、プレゼント。
ありがとうございます。はい、どうもどうも。これ自転車につけとこわ。There you go, that's sweet. A little mamori, like a protection amulet thing. Yeah, cool. I'll stick that on the bike. Oh, I've got a butterscotch too. Oh, that's nice. So with the washing dry, I've put on the next piece, being the towel, and once again the wrap tie has come into its own, and I'm using these to stop and a go. They're keeping this from moving around too much. Tell you what, simple bit of kit, but very effective. Here we are, temple number 25. Nice gate. Someone's parked their motorbike. There's all sorts of different ways to do the pilgrimage. Most people walk, that's the traditional way. I'm on my bike. I've seen people on their motorbikes. One guy passed me coming up a climb in a Mazda Roadster. So it's entirely up to you. Temple 26 is a beautiful temple. Set up in the mountain off the road. It's about a 2-kilometre climb to get up here. The next one, however, temple number 27, according to the attendants at the last 3 temples, is quite steep. Perhaps not as steep as the one that I did on the second day, you know, the one that haunts me. But still very, very steep. So it's almost 2 o'clock now. I need to be at the temple before 5 p.m. because at 5 p.m. after that time you can't get the stamp anymore, and that's of course important for me to get it in my book. So it's about 35 kilometers away. A couple of that is going to be climbing. I think I can make it. The only way to know for sure is to give it a crack. Let's hop to it. I'll make the most of this flatter ride while I can. One and a half kilometers to go. Sweat in my eyes. I'm I'm getting there one way or another. I'm going to put this bit in the edit. I'm going to put this in the movie. Just to remind everyone that this is not just camping out and going for a bicycle ride. This is legitimately difficult. But you know what? Men's health is worth it. You can't tell me there's a guy out there who's dealing with mental health, suicide or testicular or prostate cancer issues that wouldn't swap with me in a heartbeat. So with that in mind, I keep pushing on. It was gut-wrenchingly difficult to get up here, but once you're up here, it is gorgeous. There's the ocean in the distance. That's not very far off at all, really. Beautiful manicured gardens. Just so beautiful. So that's temple number 27. That is enough for the day. I'll be interested to see exactly how many kilometers I've done by the end of this, but it's well over 100 today. It's good. Making up a lot of ground, which is great. Now I just need to head back down the mountain very carefully because it's very steep, and then find myself a place to stay. Let's see how that goes. Okay, so here comes the story. I stopped at the Michi no Eki, the road station, to see what it would be like to camp there. Not a problem to camp, no worries at all. They don't have any showers, most of them don't, but they were very happy for me to pitch a tent, which is great. Dinner had finished, the last food preparation was at 3 o'clock, but they had a eggplant hamburger and a curry bread, and they gave me those, and I received them as osetai. Which is very kind, and I gotta say, if you ever come to the Oyama Michi no Eki, man, the curry pan, the curry bread, and the eggplant burgers are off the chain, especially if you haven't eaten lunch. Anyway, so before my stomach eats itself, I was able to gobble those down, and I'm heading over to a place. I don't know entirely what it is, but it's a little guest house, I guess. Yes, so I'm heading over now to a little guest house where I can pitch a tent or stay and have a shower and get cleaned up. So that's good. And I just want to get there. It's not very far, a couple of k's down the road. Just got to get there before the sun sets. So how does day 4 end? Ends with me sleeping in a greenhouse. 1,000 yen to pitch a tent inside a greenhouse, and to be able to use the bathroom, and the shower and so forth. And I'll tell you what, I don't know if you can hear it, but it is raining cats and dogs out there. This may have just been the best 1,000 yen I've spent on this whole trip. Here we go, Movember message. Given that I am in a warm and dark place, being this greenhouse at night, what better time than to talk about prostate cancer? Prostate cancer. It is the most commonly diagnosed cancer in men in Australia. It's about 1.4 million men around the world are diagnosed with it each year. The PSA test is used to determine the measurement of prostate-specific antigen, PSA, in your blood. It's a simple blood test. So, if you're in the risk brackets, if you're over 50 or you're over 45 and you've got a history, family history of it, or you are of African or Caribbean descent, get it done. There you go. That's my big message on prostate cancer. Now I'm going to sit down on my dinner. Hope you've had yours. Okay. Anyway, thanks for joining me today in the mighty outdoors. It's been a blast. Can't wait to see you again next time in the mighty outdoors. The greenhouse is leaking.